I want to call the July the 12th, 2022 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting to order. If you would, bow your heads. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the gifts that we receive from you. We ask that you watch over the men and women who serve in our armed forces, as well as all of our emergency responders. I ask for wisdom and understanding for this court. Grant us humility in our everyday life and give us the courage to make right decisions for our Daviess County community. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Once again, I want to welcome everyone to our July 12, 2022 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting. I just remember why we're having this meeting today and at noon. Some of us must have been gone or we were doing something, so we rescheduled it. Jenny, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Item 1, consideration for presentation, a proclaimed Dust Bowl basketball tournament week.
Commissioner Castlin.
This proclamation from the Office of the County Judge Executive. Whereas this summer, the Dust Bowl is hosting its 49th annual outdoor basketball tournament in Owensboro, Daviess County. And whereas year after year, this historic event displays our region's talented and some not so talented basketball players for an all-around good-spirited and tremendously competitive expression of the game. And whereas the Dust Bowl held at Kendall Perkins Park always delights visitors and players with a wide array of food vendors who never fail to delight the taste buds. Now, therefore, Daviess County Judge Executive does hereby proclaim July 19 through 23, 2022 as Dust Bowl Basketball Tournament Week in Daviess County, Kentucky, and urges all citizens to get out and take part in this historic week of basketball presented in Daviess County, Kentucky, this 12th day of July 2022.
Thank you, Commissioner, and I think we have someone here to accept it.
We do, Byron Owen.
Okay, Byron, come on up. I'll give this to you. If you want to say a few words, tell people what all they're going to get to see down. I don't know who he was referencing, not so talented, do you? And, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, then we'll come down and get a picture with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Manley, Commissioners Catherine, Watson, and Kroger. We appreciate this recognition for the Dust Bowl. As Commissioner Cashlin mentioned, this is the 49th annual Dust Bowl. It's going to be a 6-night event. We're going to kick it off on the 17th of July, Sunday, with our Praise in the Park Gospel celebration. Our Kids Day on Wednesday, July the 20th. Everything's free for the kids. Hot dogs, hamburgers, drinks. The Sheriff's Department will be there, the Fire Department, Police Department. We'll have a game trailer and inflatables, a magician and clowns for the kids. We have 5 divisions in our event this year, 22 teams, 264 participants, 34 games, and 5 championships. We'd like to invite all the citizens of Daviess County out to the 2022 Dust Bowl. If you've never been to the Dust Bowl, please come down and enjoy one of the evenings. We'll start by 6:45 each evening. Kendall Perkins Park, 5th and Maple Street, 1201 West 5th Street. Thank you.
Byron, I've been to several of them. The last one I went to, I was just amazed at the talent that's out there, both young and old.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there's some good young kids and some oldsters that I knew when I was a young man. So let's get up here and have a picture taken. Charlie, I think you keep changing the chair that I'm sitting in. All right. 1, 2.
way, that's what Keith looks like when he's retired.
What?
That's what Keith looks like when he's retired.
Yeah, where did they get that young picture? I didn't even recognize you. Neither did Sandy. She called up and said, "Who's that guy?" All right, Jenny, you ready?
Item number 2, consideration for approval, A, minutes of the June 30th, 2022 Davis County Fiscal Court meeting.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion, second. Commissioners, you've all had a copy of the minutes for some time. Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
B, all claims for all departments.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, again, you've had a copy of the bills due and payable by Davis County Fiscal Court in your possession for a while. Any questions of the purchasing agent or assistant treasurer or treasurer? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
C, fund transfers.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Jim, are you going to do this?
Requesting authority to make the following budget fund transfers. From the general fund, $592,300 to the bond fund for the public safety radio system. From the general fund, $2 million to the road fund. Another $2 million from the general fund to the jail fund. $116,800 from the general fund to the bond fund for the operations center. $369,845 from the jail fund to the bond fund for the detention center, and another $400,000 from the general fund to the bond fund for the convention center. That will be the last transfer payment for that convention center. All these items were budgeted, and so I request your approval.
Commissioners, any question of the treasurer? If there are no questions or comments, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item, Jenny.
D, revised salary schedule for fiscal year 2023.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second. Mr. Hendricks.
The salary schedule is the one you approved last month. The salaries in it are unchanged. There are just a couple of footnotes that we are providing to clarify what we're doing on a couple of employees that we just noticed in case of audit purposes. There's a change on the front page regarding seasonal park employees. Their salary's 13, plus they will receive the COLA. That's a clarification. And then under 4A, we want to clarify that if a solid waste laborer has a CDL or if they're trained to operate the scales, they qualify for that 4A. So those are the only changes. The other numbers remain the same as what you approved last month.
Commissioners, questions or comments? We do have a few of the public with us out in the audience. Any question or comment by the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
E, MOU with Davis County Emergency Management Agency and Owensboro Community and Technical College for an alternate emergency operations center.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion second. John, do you want to, or are you going to step up there and talk to us about that? At least that's what your boss said you were going to do.
True. John Klaus, Deputy Director. The Emergency Operations Center currently resides over on Allen Street in our office. And in the event that we should have to vacate that office for whatever purpose or reason, we need a secondary location in the county to do that. Working with Dr. Williams and the crew out at the main campus of the community college, we figured out that seismically, that's the safest place in the county to be. So they were gracious enough to give us a room that we can occupy out there. It'll be a turnkey operation. It's a computer lab that's already established. So really all we need to do is sign the agreement between the two agencies, and we should be able to move straight in and be up and functional by Friday.
Commissioners, questions, comments? Yes, sir.
I have a question. I might have misunderstood you. Are you actually moving that out there to that facility?
No, sir, this is a secondary backup site.
So,
It's
okay.
emergency secondary
That's what I
operation.
thought, yeah.
Any other questions, comments? We have Dr. Williams out in the audience. Welcome. Do you have anything you'd like to say about how you just love to cooperate with Daviess County Fiscal Court, and that's why we're not having to pay you anything for the use of this room?
I would like to say.
Come up here and say it. Come up here and say it for the record.
For the record, Judge and Commissioners, yes, we're glad, we are seriously happy that we could accommodate this. I do hope for my own personal and all the citizens of Daviess County that this does never become necessary, but if it does, we're happy to be able to provide this secondary site for the county and its operations in case of an emergency.
Just as an aside,
Yeah.
we've always had a good relationship with OCTC.
Yes.
Since Dr. Williams become president, we've even had a stronger and tighter relationship. They do a great job. Commissioner Wathen, you want to tell us where this courthouse is going to be if we have a earthquake?
I think the report I saw one time said it was probably just going to be gone, underground.
Under the river. We'll be 30 foot down, 60 foot down to bedrock. So
It
that's
won't
why,
be a good place to be.
Yeah, that's why I've got a room out there with you. Okay, well, thank both of you guys. Any other questions, comments? Question or comment by the public? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
F, contract with Weaver Consultants Group for Geosynthetics CQA services for 16.6 acre contained landfill sale.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion second. Mr. Smith.
Yes, as you all recall, I guess it was a couple of months ago, I brought you all a inspection agreement, a CQA agreement regarding the subgrade and the dirt work from Specialty Inspection Services. And at the time I mentioned that we were going to be having one for the geosynthetic liner. And this is the plastic liner that is put down on top of the dirt. This process requires them to not only test the liner when it comes in to make sure it meets standards, but as it's laid, it has to meet standards. They check the welds. Something we don't think about is they weld the plastic because it comes in sheets. They've got to not only weld it to the existing liner, but they have the welds that are internal. So there's quite a bit of testing and construction progress reports. That's why actually I took some time to make sure it seemed like a reasonable price, because the price did stick out. But it is 16 acres, which the last time we did it was only 10 acres. And the last time, as you all recall, it was like $80,000 for this service.
Questions, comments? You looking at me kind of sideways, Jordan? No? Okay. Commissioner Watson and I decided when we retire, we're going to get into the inspection business. We think that.
I want to be the consultant.
That's right. If there are no other questions or comments, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
G, lease agreement with Hurricane Marina LLC.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, as you are aware, we have a lease agreement with a little hurricane boat ramp with Hurricane Marina LLC in return for them leasing that space. What was it, 21 acres, David, I think, 21, 22 acres. They are to maintain it, mow it, keep all the mud off of the parking lot and the ramp, and maintain the ramp, which they have done, and this just renews the lease for another year. Any question or comment? Question or comment by the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
H, fee for service agreement with Western Kentucky University to conduct an archaeological literature search and assessment of potential for Jack Hinton Road Waterline Replacement Project area.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, as you remember, we received $3.7 million in funds, Senate Bill 36 funds for water and wastewater infrastructure. We met with all the water purveyors in Daviess County as well as wastewater. The East Daviess County Water Association was one of those purveyors. they propose upgrading the water line along Jack Hinton Road to 6-inch pipe. I think it's probably 3-inch, 4-inch, not sufficient to support fire hydrants. To make a long story short, we got a note back from KYTC that said we needed to do an archaeological study along that 3,300 or 33,000 feet of highway before we could dig and put the water line in. I made a call to KYTC, to Department for Local Governments, and anybody else that cared to listen, and told them how stupid it was that we would do that on an existing state highway right-of-way that has been paved over forever, has telephone cable, has gas line, has water line, and everything else buried alongside, and the state goes along in ditches every year. It fell on deaf ears, but they did come back and say, well, if you find an archaeologist who will come in and do a spot survey and then tell us that he sees no reason to survey the entire 33,000 feet, that would be sufficient. $2,500 is what that's going to cost, and I forget, 2 to 4 weeks to complete it, which just delays the project that much longer. And if anybody that's in construction knows we're looking at about 2% construction inflation every month. So we already have a water project that there's not sufficient money to complete it. We're hoping we're going to get some more Senate Bill 36 money. We're hoping we will get enough money to complete it. But in the end, the people who have the money say we have to do this, and we want the money. So that's what this contract is all about. We did find an archaeologist out of Western Kentucky University, and he agreed to do so once we sign the contract, we'll send it on and hopefully get it started. Any question or comment? Remember, we said this is what government's all about. We didn't call it government, we called it government.
Government
is all about. Any comment or question from the audience? I don't blame you. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
I reappoint Nick Hetman to Owensboro Health Board for a 3-year term effective 10/31/2022.
motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Commissioners, you'll notice that Mr. Hetman served already 1 3-year term. Their hospital board members are eligible for 3 3-year terms. Much as it pains me to say, Nick has done a good job representing the people of Daviess County. We contacted Nick, and he said he would be happy to serve another term. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
J, promote Barry Dennis as landfill heavy equipment operator effective June 27, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second, as it states, it's a promotion, so congratulations to Barry Dennis on the promotion. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
K, promote Jerry Martin as landfill scale operator effective June 27, 2022.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion second, again, as it says, promotion of Jerry, so congratulations on the promotion. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
L, hire Tyler Timmons as solid waste laborer effective June 27, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second, and I might state that all these hires going forward, the next 3 items are all replacement employees. There are not new positions. Any question or comment on Mr. Timmons? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
M, hire Jason Philback as solid waste heavy equipment operator effective June 27, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second. Any question on Mr. Philback? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
N, hire Kaya Severs as part-time animal control attendant effective upon successful completion of pre-employment screening.
Motion approved. Second?
I have a motion and second. Any question or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
O, hire Christopher Leach as solid waste laborer effective upon successful completion of pre-employment screening.
Move to approve.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those, or any question or comment? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item.
3, consideration for discussion, A, other business to be brought before the Daviess County Fiscal Court. I'm not aware of any.
Neither am I.
B, public comments.
This is a time in our meeting in which we invite the public to come forward. You're welcome to identify yourself and speak on any item other than what was on the agenda. No takers, Denny. Next item.
C, comments by Daviess Fiscal Court.
Commissioner Caslen.
Well, Byron had asked me to speak to the Dust Bowl, but he showed up, so. But a reminder, the Kids' Day is 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, July 20th, 2022 at Kendall Perkins Park. And Byron, you didn't put on there how old a kid is, but I'm assuming it's little kids. So kids of all ages. And then the praise gospel celebration. The judge, you're always asking me.
You're not going to clog
would
at
I
that.
clog?
You're not going to clog at that.
Well, I'm not going to clog, but I have joined the Owensboro Men's Mass Community Choir. I've been a
Yes.
member for several years now.
Did you rejoin? Because I thought they kicked you off.
They did not kick me off.
Okay, just.
I know you made the point one time that I was the guy up there on stage that didn't have any rhythm.
I said that white boy doesn't have rhythm and can't
Yeah,
sing either.
So anyway, but we will be singing on the evening of July 17, 2022.
Judy
So
and I
I-
may come down
I
just to
invite
watch
you to do that,
Okay.
yes.
Lisa going to be there?
I don't know.
I guarantee you she won't be there. Anything else?
No.
Commissioner Watson.
I just want to publicly congratulate my son John and his wife Jennifer for having a new little baby boy yesterday, and everybody's doing fine.
That's him calling and telling him not to
him
be
calling.
talking
I
about
can't
him,
turn my
that
phone
baby.
But no, everybody's doing fine, and can't wait to see him tomorrow.
Does this make number what for you, 7?
15.
15.
15? Why did I have that so wrong?
We have 6 boys and 9 girls. We're a little outnumbered, but the boys are catching up because we got another one due in December, another boy, so.
It's pretty cool. Well, congratulations, pass our congratulations on to John and his bride. Anything else?
That's it.
Commissioner Coger.
Our Spay Neuter Clinic open house is this Thursday, July the 14th at 11 a.m. at 2620 Highway 81 in Owensboro. We invite everyone to come out. It's been way overdue for this facility. It's very nice, and it's right there by the operations center. So we hope to see you there Thursday, July the 14th, 11 o'clock.
Anything else?
That's all, Judge.
Well, that's a $500,000 plus facility. It's been a while coming. The pandemic came along and interrupted supply chains and interrupted workers, contractors, but we finally do have it finished, and it's been long needed for Daviess County. We went through advertising for vets, and we just don't have enough vets in Owensboro to take care of the needs of all the animals that are out there. And this court decided, and I think rightly so, that it was time for us to have our own clinic with our own vet. And so we have Dr. Julie Gray is the vet. We have a vet tech that works with her. And I know that Ashley and her folks are excited, and I think all the animal lovers in Daviess County are excited. So I look forward to that grand opening and would invite any and all of you to come out. What was the time again?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, and that's on the 14th.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You heard us talk about our bond payment on the radio system for our first responders. Jordan Rowe and I went out there and watched them set the tower, and set the building. I went out yesterday with a gentleman, and we talked to the folks who were putting all the wires and equipment in place, and they're pretty close to getting that done. Jordan, when do you think it'll go online? Yeah, by the end of this month, probably. Oh, okay, so within the next couple months anyway. I'm just pushing you. Come on, you can't hide, you can't soon, was that your answer, soon? Oh, that's what I thought. But it's, you know, we've been waiting for it. We actually have, the system we have now, sheriff's deputies can be down in a hollow or behind a hill, can't communicate with anybody. Our fire department employees can go into buildings, they can't communicate outside with folks. We've already upgraded the radio system, communication system for the jail. Pretty important that those folks be able to talk to each other. So look forward to that getting in place. I would tell you that we're not as bad as Mark Brasher, our engineer, is not as bad as Kevin Cullion, the city engineer, in blocking roads. Kevin has every street on my way home blocked and detoured. There's no way you can get around Owensboro without having to go a mile out of the way. And Mark, you told me it was Kevin Cullion's fault. Correct. That's what I thought. But we are doing a lot of culvert preparation, getting ready for the new paving season. And one last thing, and I hate to say what I'm about to say, but to all my Facebook friends who are beating the heck out of the city and sometimes the county about Frederica Street, that is a U.S. highway. It's under the purview of the state. The city couldn't pave it if they wanted to pave it. It is in the paving schedule and should be paved by the end of this year. So once again, hear what I'm saying. That street should be paved by the end of this year. It's a state project. The unfortunate thing I'll share with you, they're gonna put a layer of blacktop on it. They ought to tear the whole street out and redo it because it's undermined by water, and within 5 to 7 years, it's gonna be back in the same shape. So anyway, is that correct, Mark? Correct. Okay, and if anybody has any questions about it, they should call Kevin Cullion. It's a city project. If there's no other business to be brought before Daviess County Fiscal Court without exception, we're adjourned.